the green is fairly flat, has a couple of bunkers up there surrounding it, but to be fair, at 230 yards, it's a pretty simple, straightforward, long par 3.
Going with a 3-wood here. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 11th.
Good look at birdie here. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, we'll move to 5 under par. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The 6th is the first of our par 5s, and at 586 playing slightly downhill, Rich. Players should be enticed to go for this green in 2.
Most players in this field will be looking to knock it on in 2. Tee shots want to favor the right-hand side to shorten up the hole ever so slightly. The second shot will be semi-blind, taking it over some bunkers and some mounds to a green that runs from right to left. Bunker front left and a runoff area over on the right-hand side. Shouldn't be too much of a bother for most of these players.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. A chance to move to 6 under the card with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Just didn't drop. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. For the par. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. The par 4 7th, just under 450 yards in length, Rich. 2 just accurate shots needed here.
Just a straightaway drive and a straightaway second shot will get it done 8 days a week on this hole. This second shot, though, into a green that has 2 tiers on it. If you're not on the correct tier in 2, you're going to face a difficult putt.
From about 130 yards here. This is looking pretty good in the air. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. And that will take him to 6 under. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful out of the sand. Let's take a look at the current standings. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. I really like the 8th here at TPC River Highlands, a good par 3.
This is a strong par 3. Water shouldn't come into play as it's some 15 yards short of the green. However, there's runoff areas both right and left that could cause some issues for these players.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. That was wonderfully done. An opportunity for a birdie here. And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. The 9th is a par 4, right on 400 yards, Rich, but recently players have been a little bit more aggressive off the tee.
Players are trying to take all the bunkers in the fairway out of play by taking driver and hitting it over the right-hand one. From there, players will have a very simple second shot to a green that's fairly bland, Luke. There's just not much to it. This is a great birdie opportunity.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
This is the second shot here on the 9th hole. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. I like the look of this. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Wonderful shot. And now that finds him in first place. Downhill par 3s, Rich. Lots of fun to play, particularly when it's only a wedge.
Yes, but be careful from the wind. This green is surrounded by large trees, and that wind can really swirl around this green. It's a good opportunity to make birdie, but bogeys might happen if you're not careful.
This putt is of 9 feet. Ooh, nice line. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. Rich, the 12th, a par 4 measuring just over 400 yards. How do you play it?
Grip it and rip it. Those fairway bunkers down the right-hand side, they're really not a big bother, so try and take those on as best you can. The further you drive it down there, your second shot becomes so much easier as this green is perched above you. Again, another good birdie opportunity here.
Well played, mate. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This putt is about 8 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Sitting at 10 under par for the event. Well, birdies would certainly be on the mind of the players when they stand on the tee at the par 5 13th, Rich. But there are bogeys here as well if you're not careful.
Don't get careless with this tee shot. Don't avoid the water on the right and try and hit it down the left-hand side, because out of bounds comes in quickly, just left of those fairway bunkers. From the fairway, you have to decide where you want to go for it or lay it up out to the right. Any shots missed out to the right will leave a delicate chip to a green that runs away from the player towards the water.
Well, it's a chance still to get up and down if they can hold a monster. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. And 11 under in front of the player with this putt. Hey, nice looking line. Just 3 feet to the cup. Still in the lead now after that hole. Let's head to the 14th, Rich. A short par 4, but you've got to hit your tee shot up the hill.
Up the hill, dog leg from right to left, but one of the most generous fairways on this golf course, if not the most generous. Anything up to the right-hand side will open up the second shot to the green that sits well below you. Any tee shots missed over to the left, however, you could have some tree issues.
Yeah, that one will play.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. Geez, making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. That's a big drive. Second shot here on the 15th. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. And the putt drops, now 11 under, heading down the stretch.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Well, it looks like it's too much club on this one. And now over to Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Second shot here on the 16th. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Looks good off the blade. And this one will be for double bogey. And that's an untimely double bogey. They never look good on the scorecard, but our leader still has a chance to bounce back themselves. Well, this lake that is a real feature here in the closing holes at TPC River Highlands comes into play also off the tee at 17.
The most intimidating shot on the golf course, the tee shot here at 17. Bail left, you could find the bunkers, and if you bail right, you better bring your waders.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Long way away from the hole if they want to make the birdie, though.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
That's a good putt to make, that one. So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in second place. The finishing hole at TPC River Highlands has gone through a few adjustments over the last handful of years, and it's also seen a very significant moment in the history of the PGA Tour.
Plenty of fantastic moments here. Tee shot goes back up the hill, over a rise, semi-blind tee shot, find the fairway, and you're going to have an excellent look at the green and a possibility of making birdie.
It was the site of the lowest ever round recorded on the PGA Tour, a 58 if you don't mind. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. And with this putt, he will win the event. This looks good. And this is the player who tamed TPC River Highlands this week, your Travelers Championship winner.
And they'll be traveling down the road with a lot of cash in the bank, won't they, Luke? What a win.
Well, Henny, when they came into this rivalry, we weren't sure if they were going to be good enough to win the battle. They not only won that, they won the war.
Luke, while they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking. Here, smell this. We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the John Deere Classic is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm so looking forward to following these two players in this group. They've been going back and forth a bit on social media leading up to the event and seem to really want to prove something out on the course today.
He's a kind fella, isn't he? He's a lovely gent, but he's a killer on the golf course. This is going to be a tough rivalry to take down.
Going and going and going.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Just needs this one to kick right. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Downhill putt, and certainly was robbed on that effort.
A par putt awaits. He's currently tied for third. Here we are at the second tee.
Par 5, players will be looking for the opportunities to make 4 here, but if they're out of position, 6s come on you quickly.
That's not the one he wanted. Smart shot, always back into the fairway as a safe play. The second hole at TPC Deer Run, Rich, really gettable for the players.
Most players will go for this green into Luke, knock it on, can easily make birdie, maybe an eagle, get a little careless, missing to the left or the right from the green. Pars and bogeys are had as well.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. 13 feet to the cup. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And stepping up the standings after that effort. It's time for a one-shotter.
Par 3, 183 yards back up the hill. A blind tee shot, but a simple tee shot all in all.
Going with the 5-iron here. Oh, well played. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here. This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, that's frustrating. And this one is for his par.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
That gets the job done. Currently 1 under for the round. Let's see what happens here on the 4th.
Par 4, 448 yards, sweeping dogleg left to right, big tree in the middle, missed that, and you've got a simple second shot into a sliver of a green.
That should find the fairway. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Going with the 8-iron here.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And this from the greenside rough. Not a sneezed. Time now for the 4th shot. He shares top spot. Ooh. This one for bogey. Got a chance and makes it for the bogey. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
Par 4, this fairway chases away from the players down the hill, so tee shots will run forever, setting up a second shot that is very simple and straightforward.
This is full send.
TPC Deer Run, Rich, is full of forced carries, and the 5th is no different.
I love the second shot. Should you find the fairway, you have a very simple shot down the hill where you can see the entirety of the green. You will go flag hunting with your second at the 5th.
High pressure moment here. This for a share of the lead. Okay, steady now. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's got this for his par.
And this one will be for bogey. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Here's Justin Rose. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the 6th hole.
Par 4 measures just 361 yards, but only the long players will try and drive this green. The others lay it up with an iron, wedge it on, hit it close, make your birdie.
Now just 1 over par in a share of 9th.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
Looking good so far.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. And with that now, back to level par. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Par 3 down the hill. It seemingly plays short, but I can promise you it doesn't.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Oh, so close. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
Par 4, every single shot plays uphill. Make sure to take plenty of club.
That's an awful error. And he's down there.
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Opting for the 9-iron. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently in 2nd place, hoping to overtake the leader.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. And just 1 shot off the lead. Ouch, that hurts. Ooh, a 12-footer. Love to make a few of these today.
Now this rivalry has been tough all day, but if he holds this, he'll go 1 up on Justin Rose.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. He's currently tied for 1st.
Moving up the leaderboard, I like it.
Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now.
Par 4, 485 yards, the toughest hole on the golf course. Make sure you find the fairway and get your 2nd shot somewhere around the green to give yourself the best chance of making 4.
Taking aim from about 170 yards. He shares the lead. Going with the 7. That got a little out of control, I think. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. That was a gallant attempt. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Rich, how are we looking after 9?
I tell you, Luke, final 9, find themselves 1 back. Do you like the position or don't you? I personally do. Go chase down that leader.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. Oh dear, that one's heading to the water. Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
He's going to need an incredible stroke of luck to get this out with any momentum going forward to get it on the green.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
He's just about 3 feet away.
This one to save par.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 1 over for the day. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
Par 4, 428-yard tree line hole. Difficult driving hole all the way around, but should you find the fairway, the second shot on a little plateau just above the fairway is very basic.
Oh, he's caught up in some branches there. That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely.
Oh, that's a tad disappointing, finding the branches there. And here we are with the third shot. He's currently tied for the lead. And he needs this to save par. They're nicely holed. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Now teeing off on the 12th hole.
Par 3 plays 208 yards from the back. In saying that, this is a good birdie opportunity as the green is massive in size.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Is that what they had in mind?
Wynn got that one and took it wayward.
Sitting at 3 over par. Trying to break into the top 10. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we?
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
And this putt coming up for his par. This is buckets. That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make. Currently at +1 for the day. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Par 4, back up the hill, 418 yards, the widest fairway on the golf course. Avoid all those bunkers. Second shot up the hill to a narrow green that slopes off on both sides.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Playing from around 110 yards out. Currently tied for the lead. Yeah, well played.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, 15 feet out. He's been staring this one down.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Just one off the lead after that hole. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
If you feel brave, you can certainly take driver out, but I suspect a lot of players will lay back with an iron, giving himself a short yet simple second shot. A birdie here is a must if you want to win.
That almost went down. And this putt to move into a tie for first.
And with only 4 holes to go in this event, Luke, this is a good opportunity, big moment for this player.
And now over to Justin Rose.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. And that'll move him to even par for the tournament. The finish at TPC Deer Run is full of birdie opportunities and some low scoring to be had, Rich. This 14th hole is certainly part of that lineup.
Par 4, 456 in length from the back tee. Must find the fairway off the tee shot to have any hope of finding the green in 2. Large trees line the right and left hand side of the fairway.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Even for the day, in a share of the lead. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Wow, did this come out beautifully. That lie was so bad, I didn't think they'd be able to get it anywhere near there.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Oh, just missed. A par putt on the table. And with that putt, now even par, with the final few holes to go.
Hang on to your hat, folks. We're on for a wild ride.
Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
Par 3 only plays 153, but a tricky little green to say the least. Don't let the beauty of the river to your left swallow you in. This is a tough but fun little par 3.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. How close was that to going down? Putting for par. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Here we are at the 17th tee.
Players looking for a fast finish on the par 5, 550 yards. Second shot does play up the hill, but there's plenty of room to miss your second shot around this green. Must make birdie for the players in the field.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Opting for the 5-wood. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. Right by the hole. No, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. If you want to win at TPC Deer Run, you've got to successfully navigate this challenging final hole.
Hard to describe the difficulty of this tee shot unless you've actually been here. Par 4, 463 yards. Missed the fairway bunker down the right-hand side, and you've got a clear shot to a very narrow green surrounded by water on the left-hand side.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. Well, that was absolutely met. Great strike. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament. That's a mighty effort. King of the birdies this week, Rich. Have a look at our champion here in the Quad Cities. The John Deere Classic title is theirs.
And making birdies when they absolutely needed to the most. Clutch performance, clutch win by this player.
And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
Luke, if the golf wasn't good, the weather was great. It was absolutely a pleasure to be able to join yourself and Rich and be out here on the golf course watching all the action and all these incredible rivalries.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
you